Well, breaking this evening, a woman is recovering tonight after being hit by a car allegedly driven by New Orleans Police Superintendent Anne Kirkpatrick.
Now from NOPD Superintendent Anne Kirkpatrick for the first time about a weekend crash where she hit two people.
The incident surrounding New Orleans Police Chief Anne Kirkpatrick hitting two pedestrians while driving. According to the NOPD, Kirkpatrick was on duty at the time of the accident.
Good evening, I'm Melissa Curtis. We do start with breaking news. NOPD says Chief Anne Kirkpatrick hit two people with a car today. It happened on North Peters and Iberville streets in the French Quarter.
Yo, welcome to Copland, the twisted little world where blue lights mean you get out of jail free, and the badge is basically a license to wild out. In the U.S., police chiefs ain't just enforcers, they celebrities, politicians, damage control specialists, and sometimes straight up villains with pensions. And in the middle of all that shit, one name got folks grinding their teeth and flipping tables. And Edith Bunker Kirkpatrick. Yeah, her, the so-called reformer, the badge-wearing press conference giving, I'm here to clean things up tight. But if you peel back the layers on Kirkpatrick, what you get ain't no hero. You get a career climber with a messiah complex, a rap sheet of shady moves long enough to wrap around City Hall twice. This ain't your average corrupt cop story. This is the tale of a woman who slid into cities like a Trojan horse, talking justice but delivering cover-ups, excuses, and chaos. From Spokane to Oakland and all the little pit stops in between, and been moving like a road cop on a retirement plan. He got a talent for dodging blame, finessing the media, and throwing folks under the bus so hard the tires still got names on them. All that noise don't even compare to what went down in 2022. And this woman, chief of police, hit two pedestrians with her squad car, out texting and not paying no damn attention, and then had to act like she ain't do nothing wrong. Yeah, we gonna get there, but first we gotta walk through her track record, and it's really messy. See, Kirkpatrick been chasing chief jobs like your first baby mama did when Pizza Hut called you at 2 in the morning. She started out in Washington, Spokane to be exact. Back then, she was posturing like a tough on crime straight shooter, but the people, they wasn't buying it. Cause while Anne was smiling for photo ops, she was stacking complaints. Community groups called her heavy-handed, distant, and real crazy with dirty officers. When the heat came, poof, she bounced. From there, she dipped to the federal way and then into FBI leadership program like she was the chosen one. Full time, Kirkpatrick moving like she had a PR team scrubbing her name behind the scenes. By the time she landed in Oakland in 2017, she came in acting like she was the savior, the first woman chief in city history, supposed to fix the department that been cursed since the Ryder scandal.
After nearly 6 months without a chief of police, Oakland has just hired this woman to head that city's trouble department.
Anne Kirkpatrick from the Chicago Police Department is Oakland's new police chief.
Oakland was already hot, full of tension, full of community rage, full of eyes watching. And Anne, she showed up with a smile in a rule book nobody read. So boom, Anne got booted from Oakland, sues the city like they broke her heart, and still walks off with a check.
Happening today, Oakland leaders, they are expected to approve a $1.5 million settlement with the former police chief. In 2020, Police Commission voted unanimously to fire then Chief Anne Kirkpatrick.
But instead of lying low, Anne went job hunting. Next stop, New Orleans, baby. 2022, somehow, some way, this woman gets appointed as the interim chief of the New Orleans Police Department. Like the city ain't already got enough drama. Brad said he wanted experience. They really got was a crash dummy in a command uniform.
Interim New Orleans Police Chief Anne Kirkpatrick is scheduled for her City Council confirmation hearing, and tonight she's speaking one-on-one with WWL. Good evening, and thanks for watching. I'm Katie Moore.
And I'm Sharice Gibson. So Kirkpatrick is really already on the job, meeting officials and getting to know the department. Well, today, investigative reporter Mike Pearlstein sat down with Kirkpatrick for a one-on-one interview with this self-described change agent.
Now you gotta understand, the endo ain't sweet. This city has a history of dirty cops and phony reforms. And Anne, she walked in thinking she was about to run the joint like a sorority house. First weekend, she smiling for cameras, talking about community engagement. Same playbook, different zip code. But then, oh, Then came the car crash, the incident that stripped her clean of all that fake credibility, like snow crabs out the shell. May 2022, picture this, downtown New Orleans, sun out, folks walking across the street near Canal like normal people do. Here come Anne Kirkpatrick, chief of police, behind the wheel of a city-issued SUV. Ain't chasing nobody, ain't responding to a call, just cruising. Instead of watching a road, she got her face buried in her damn phone, texting, scrolling, probably writing a long paragraph about accountability. And bam, two pedestrians laid out in the crosswalk, bodies on the pavement, witnesses screaming. And who gets out the vehicle? Anne, looking stunned, acting confused, like Siri gave her bad directions. You heard that right. The chief of police ran over two people with a department vehicle while she was on her phone, texting, distracted, reckless as hell. No sirens, no lights, no emergency. Just straight up negligence. This ain't no fender bender. This ain't a trap. She hit two humans with government property while violating every traffic and safety law she's supposed to be enforcing.
This is breaking news on WDSU.
Right now, New Orleans police are investigating after they say Superintendent Anne Kirkpatrick was involved in an accident with pedestrians. It all happened in the French Quarter earlier this evening. WDSU reporter Elizabeth Kubel live at the scene with those breaking details. Elizabeth.
Yeah, Gina, and as soon as we heard that breaking news, we came right here. I am on Iberville right now in the heart of the French Quarter, as you mentioned. I have talked to a couple witnesses on the scene, and they tell me that this is the area where that accident happened. I want to step out of the way, just give you a look right here. As you can tell, we don't see any type of scene right now at the moment, but police have given us details about what they say happened here shortly before 7 tonight. They say initial reports show that Superintendent of Police Anne Kirkpatrick hit two pedestrians. A woman was taken to the hospital for treatment. The man says he was not injured. The superintendent reportedly took a breathalyzer and urinalysis. The breathalyzer returned a result of 0.00. The urinalysis results will be returned, we're told, within a few days. Again, this is a breaking, developing scene right now. I just wrapped up an interview with someone who works in this area, and he describes the scene in the immediate aftermath.
Yeah, it's all one of the motorcycle and police cars show up, and then several of the patrol cars and the fire truck came out. I was running outside the ambulance, and then finally the ambulance.
And again, I just want to point out, you're obviously hearing some emergency vehicles right now. We obviously do not believe that that is connected to the accident that we are talking about right now. As again, when we came up to this scene right here, it was all clear. But we do understand that this is an ongoing investigation. So of course, we will keep you updated on the very latest developments as soon as we get them. Reporting live in the French Quarter, I'm Elizabeth Kubel, WDSU News.
And here's where it gets sick. Instead of taking full responsibility, Anne immediately went into spin mode, claimed she didn't see him. She was distracted, but wouldn't confirm why.
So what happened? Kirkpatrick says she didn't see the man and the woman.
If I had seen them, I probably would have we wouldn't have had the accident.
According to NOPD, the woman was taken to the hospital. They say the man said he didn't have any injuries. NOPD is investigating the incident, then says they'll hand it over to LSP. Right now, LSP says they don't have any information about the crash and will conduct a review of NOPD's investigation once it's done.
Police report vague. Body cam non-existent. You think a regular person who did that will be cuffed right there on the spot. Blood test, citation, the whole nine. But Anne, she walked away from that scene without even a damn ticket. Let that sink in. Chief of police runs over two pedestrians while texting and gets treated like she just spilled coffee on the sidewalk. She made statements to the media. She gave the victim some PR safe condolences and vanished like the accident was a glitch in the matrix. In the department, silent, no accountability, no real investigation. Internal affairs moved like they was watching paint dry. Although tests came back with zero alcohol in her system, let's be clear, if that was anybody else, they would be sitting in a jail cell or fighting a civil suit. But Anne, she got the system wrapped so tight she probably texts while they clean it up for her. So Anne here's two folks. Don't get cited, don't get checked, and definitely don't get humbled. Out here come the fallout. Slow at first and heavy like a second line drum line hitting full blast. The streets heard about it. Activists got wind. News crews tried to brush it off. But social media, they pulled the receipt, zoomed in on the aftermath and started digging. Folks started asking real questions. Why she wasn't breathalyzed on the spot? Where the traffic cam footage at? Why no charges? And the NOPD mom's the word. They put out a statement dried in saltine crackers. Meanwhile, one of the victims injured, shaken up, and still waiting for real justice. They ain't asked for no hush money. They ain't even go public right away. But you know what they did get? Ignored. And kept her job, kept driving city vehicles, kept acting like she was doing New Orleans a favor just by breathing in the same air. The heat got real. But Anne, she doubled down, did a little PR tour, spoke at pressers like she was misunderstood, started throwing around words like rebuilding trust and moving forward. Same recycled buzzwords like a busted AI reading off a press release. She even told the media she was hurt by the criticism. Hurt? You ain't the one who got hit by a 4,000-pound SUV, homegirl. But let's get real. And Edith Bunker Kirkpatrick ain't no reformer. She a careerist in a cop costume. She protecting the institution more than the people. She got no roots in the community, no street cred, no track record of real transformation. What she got is PowerPoint slides, catchy phrases, and a long trail of people either fired, silenced, or ran over. Literally, community trust gone. The same activists used to nod in town halls, they started calling for her head. Police reform groups, street leaders, even ex-cops who tried to hold the system accountable. They all knew what time it was. They'd seen this movie before, and Anne was just the latest star in the Do As I Say, Not As I Do franchise. She couldn't show her face in public without folks whispering behind her back. Community meetings turned tense. Every time she opened her mouth, people remember what she did, and more importantly, what she didn't do. After the crash, Anne's grip on the department started slipping. The same city that brought her in with open arms started to realize they got played. Public trust was shot. Morale in the department was shaky, and every media appearance felt forced, like a rerun nobody wanted to see again. The reality is this: since then, Anne's been off the radar. She had no choice but to pop up after the jailbreak. The reality is this: Anne Kirkpatrick is done. She might still wear the badge, she might still try to teach a few classes, but her legacy is sustained a long, ugly streak of fake progress, still damage, one bad car accident that told the world everything they needed to know. Because at the end of the day, if you preach accountability but can't take it yourself, you ain't no reformer, just another cop with a good PR team and a bad habit of running from consequences.